And the free throw, no good. So he can't get either to fall. Takes a three, and the miss. So it's UCLA picking up the win. And this is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
You got that right. I mean, this is what each student-athlete has worked so hard for all season long. An opportunity for the title. I mean, this game might very well be the defining moment for the lives of every one of these young men.
Both these teams have gone through so much adversity just to make it here. All tournament long, it's been survive and advance, but now this is the part where you put all your chips on the table and just lay it on the line.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the power forward.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
And the basket by Hill.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And it's Freak missing.
And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Duncan outside. The feed to Oubre. And a wide open look for Freak. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's the Badgers with the ball. Hawkins kicks to Kaminsky. Kaminsky sets the pick for Hill. Evans at the elbow. Lets it go from 14. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a four-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
A platoon swap here for Kansas. The Badgers making a switch here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Badgers leading by 11, and Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Fisher. He's out there with Hill. Decker is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Walker in at the 4 slot. Now here is Hill. Now the pass to Decker. The three-pointer, no good.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one-and-done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player. And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Now, here's Decker following the miss by Freak. And here comes the break. Here's Oubre. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. And the shot is good. The Badger lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Jenkins.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Pass to Decker. Dishes it to Fisher. They set the pick. 55 seconds left to play in the first half. Oubre with the steal.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Walker's shot is off.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Shot's good by Jenkins.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
26 seconds left in the first half. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And not exactly the start they were looking for, but there's still a lot of basketball left. You have to think they'll be mixing things up a little bit in terms of adjustments.
Well, Greg, I tell you what, the hole is deep, and if they want to hoist that trophy at the end of the game, they've got to get more from their star player, Freak. He's got to take over.
Freak, he's in at the point. Also Duncan out there, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And for the Badgers, they've got Decker. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the 4 spot. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Freak in at point guard. Also Duncan out there, and it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. Duncan kicks it to Gaines. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Gaines has got his first points of the night.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Now here is Hill. That's good. Kaminsky's got 5 points so far.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft men.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Hawkins. Here's Freak. Cannot hit. So the Badgers will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead. Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on, he's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Evans outside. And there are the Badgers with another bucket.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get. to try and come away here with the title.
And that one's good. Freak's got 5.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Now, here's Decker. Passes it to Hawkins. Hill has the open look. Off target from three-point range. Kansas trails by 11. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Hill. He's out there with Hawkins. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4. Now here's Freak. He kicks it to Gaines. To the left side wing. Inside. Soft touch off the glass.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
So both teams making some changes here. There's 53 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Here's Freak. To the middle. Poke loose. Evans with the steal. And Gibson kicks to Payton. Gibson the screen. Payton outside. Here's Evans. Nails it.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Here's Freak. Terry dishes to Freak. Count it. And that shot brings them to within just 1. 15 seconds left in the second half. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
To force OT. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
Guys, that's one for the highlight reel. They needed a 3 to extend the game, and the young fella delivers.
Yes, he did. A clutch shot, and really what I like, guys, there was no hesitation. He shot it freely and with confidence. As a result, we're headed to overtime.
And what a thrilling ride we're enjoying tonight, folks. Welcome back. Some changes for Kansas. Terry's checked in, and it's Duncan in for Daniels. To take the lead. And it's Freak missing. Here's the Badgers with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Wade can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Terry. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Freak passes to Terry. Here's Freak. It falls.
You know, they got a foul to give here if they need it.
Yeah, definitely something to keep in mind for them right now.
And the Badgers with possession here. Now Hawkins. Evans, right side. It's off. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. Here's Freak. No good on the quick 3. And so the Jayhawks take the win. And what an incredible feeling it is for a team who's had to fight every step of the way.